Hello guys, so I'm just reviewing Deadpool 2, and this seems like a different version that I'm reviewing because it has like a completely different beginning, like some kind of Christmas kind of beginning, and I don't really know much about that, so I kind of skipped over that. But yeah, the movie kind of starts with I guess Deadpool's girlfriend dying, and the person that kills her is this guy, because he ends up getting away at one point, and since he wasn't able to kill him in this job because he goes around killing Yakuza and stuff. Yeah, this guy ends up actually escaping, so yeah. And in this version, I feel like they've kind of cut the movie a bit. Yeah. Then you kind of get introduced to this guy again, the Indian guy. Yeah, still being hilarious, and I just overall find this movie better than the first film anyway. Yeah. And then he's still with her, which is cool. But then, like I said, the guy who gets away ends up killing her. And yeah, this feels like a different cut of the movie because some of these scenes are not in the original version. I don't even know who the hell this is. Yeah. But yeah, this scene's still there. Just them spending time together because it's their anniversary or something. But I think they end up attacking Deadpool, trying to get revenge, and his girlfriend ends up getting shot and she dies. And I just don't get why this guy's here. I haven't watched this version of the movie, so I don't know if he's telling a story to him or something. Yeah, and Deadpool ends up going after the guy who killed his girlfriend, and he just basically throws him in a truck. Well, he throws himself and him in a truck. Yeah. And I kind of cut out like a part that was in the original version where I guess they're kind of like tributing Wolverine, because this is straight after Logan when Wolverine dies. And in this version, I don't really show that. Yeah. And then this guy's just all taking to make the great best friend who constantly just doesn't act like a best friend. So maybe this is probably Deadpool's least favorite person, but somewhat still looks out for him and not at the same time. Yeah, he's a funny character though, so yeah, I just still have him around. Then this guy gets a bit of dialogue saying about Wade's grieving, and just the kind of jokes he makes in this film, just taking the mick out of the filmmaking and stuff. Like, oh yeah, you're not gonna get no more lines. You're just making me feel worse. Stuff like that. It's hilarious. And then I guess Wade has like a secret drug stash which he hides away, and he just sneaks in here. Because the blind lady's also in this film, and he still sometimes goes to her and keeps like a stash that she doesn't even know about, because she's blind. And he ends up just talking about what happened with her, with his girlfriend, which I guess she found out about, and she's just saying to just grow up here and just deal with it. Yeah. And yeah, I just don't remember some of these scenes. But yeah, Deadpool ends up just killing himself and ends up in this fantasy land for a second. And I think he does see her for a bit, but then he just goes back. Yeah, saying he still has something to do. And then he just goes. Well, Colossus ends up finding him, and I guess they kind of reintroduce Yukio, which I think I called it Yumiko in the Wolverine, but she's kind of like a kid in this now, and has a relationship with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Yeah, man, her name the best. And you can briefly at one point actually see the X-Men, but it's only a little cameo. Yeah. It was supposed to be a bigger thing, which I've just found out about. Like, the original script for this film is that we would have had like a bigger scene with the X-Men, and we would have actually got the Fantastic Four, but the shitty one, the Fan Four stick. But so I'm kind of happy that didn't happen, because we at least got the X-Force. But I'm guessing if we had the Fan Four stick, they would end up dying instead of the X-Force. But then we wouldn't have Domino and stuff. Yeah, and Peter, Peter Law. Yeah, just seeing him go around the flipping mansion. It's hilarious. I just don't know if I can show the scene, but yeah, the way how flipping Deadpool is with Colossus sometimes, like touching his butt and stuff. Like, what the hell? And yeah, this is like the scene that you can kind of see him there. Hilarious. It sucks to not really that much in the movie though, but it's a funny scene. Yeah, just closes the door. Don't want to hear that language. Because it's a murk of a mouth. Then we get introduced to Cable. so good in this film, because at the same time Josh Brolin was playing both Thanos in Infinity War and flipping Cable in Deadpool 2, and he's definitely a good Cable in this. Yeah, he's basically Terminator, because basically his family gets killed and he wants to kill the person that did it, and we find out it's this kid Dustin, which I guess Deadpool ends up helping, because I guess he's in a situation where he could just get shot down, and Deadpool wants to help him, I guess. Well, at first he just wants to kill the kid because he's not really a hero, but since he's a trainee in the X-Men, which they just use that joke so much, I guess Deadpool has to try and help him, because he's just trying to find a purpose in life right now after losing the love of his life. Yep. And this kid's just hilarious. Yeah, he's a fun kid. Yeah, because most of the time I don't like child actors because they either have bad acting or they just come off as assholes, which is funny to say for kids. But I don't know, I just find him funny. He's like a funny asshole. Yeah, that sounds so one, but Deadpool. Yeah, he decides to not kill him, but he takes him down with his katana without stabbing him. He just throws it in his face. It's hilarious. Yeah. But then he finds out the kid's getting tortured by the people who held him captive, these people. So he decides to kill them, and Colossus is just like, what the hell? Yeah. And he just gives up on Deadpool and lets him get arrested. Then Deadpool ends up in prison, well, mutant jail, with the kid. Yeah. Because I guess he somewhat cares about him. Then we get this scene. Yeah. Basically like Terminator vibes, the way how Cable just teleports in and just knocks out these guys. Yeah. Ask him what year it is and says, are you dumb or something? And he just knocks them out. Takes their truck and stuff. And you just see Deadpool bond with the kid, Dustin. Yeah. He's been through a lot. And being stuck here as just a 14-year-old. Man, deserves better. But yeah, mutants get treated like shit in this universe. And Black John, I can't remember what happens with his character, but they just take the piss with Black John. I mean, he's just some white guy, but flipping Black John, I think, ends up killing him. And man, you're racist for killing Black John. Like he takes the mick. Deadpool just has the best jokes in this film, and it would be cool to see if Deadpool 3 can top it. Yeah. Yeah, he's hilarious in this film. Ryan Reynolds is born to be Deadpool. Yeah. But then Cable ends up coming, making some of the mutants escape, but it's kind of here for like Dustin, because I guess Dustin, when he's older, ends up killing his family because he ends up getting a taste for blood after getting revenge on the people that hurt him. Yeah. So his whole goal is to stop Dustin from getting revenge, to stop the future. Yeah. While trying to protect him from Cable, which they end up, I guess, having an alliance together after this scene, and it seems pretty cool. Them trying to escape from both Cable and the prison. Yeah, it's a great scene. And even after this scene, I guess Deadpool kind of lies to get the kid away from him, but then Dustin ends up making an alliance with Colossus, which I guess Ryan Reynolds also voiced, which is cool because I guess he's a big fan of Juggernaut. I don't know if that's his favourite X-Men character. For him to voice him as well. I didn't even realise. And he basically says it in the movie that that's his favourite. Yeah. Near the end. And he goes back to this guy who ends up just snitching on him anyway, and Cable finds him and kidnaps him. And yeah, he just ends up escaping with Juggernaut. And then I guess Deadpool decides to assemble the X-Force, and the way how they just introduce him, and then how they all just go to the deaths, or just doing some parachute jump. Not even in battle, they literally die from just flipping skydiving. Yeah. So instead of like someone like Victor just going around killing the X-Force in X-Men Origins Wolverine, you just see them flipping die before they even start the mission, which is hilarious. And this guy Peter, who's not even flipping a mutant, ends up joining just for fun. Peter, yeah. X-Force, more like Dead Force, because they'll end up dying, like Shatterstar and all them. Domino's the only one who survives because her power is being lucky. Yeah. but everyone else just died. Because I guess Brad Pitt was also in a scene, but I guess he's like invisible, and we don't see him until he actually dies. You kind of see them all die basically, very graphically. Yeah. Deadpool's just like Jesus, and then I still don't know who the hell this is supposed to be because I ain't watched the version of this film, so yeah. And then I guess Peter tries to help him, but then this guy, yeah, but he just ends up dying anyway. Yeah, gets destroyed. Basically, accidentally kills him, Peter. So then he tries to continue the mission by himself, but then Domino ends up actually succeeding and I guess achieving Deadpool's goal before Deadpool even gets a chance. Yeah, and he's kind of surprised. Yeah, Domino's cool in this. Yeah, she's a cool character. Be nice to see her again. They're able to get to Dustin, but Juggernaut's also free, so Deadpool ends up getting ripped apart. Yeah, his head twisted and everything. And then the kid just leaves with Juggernaut, saying you got no legs, so I don't need you. Yeah, and the way how you see him go back, making some basic instant jokes and all that, hilarious. And Cable just like ugh, and I guess Cable kind of starts to have a thing for Deadpool because he reminds him of his I guess wife. Yeah, she's always making jokes out of stuff. Yeah, even in their dark future. Yeah. But yeah, it's a funny scene. Yeah, and I guess they decide to work together to see if he can save the kid without having to kill him. Yeah, because I guess he sees his wife in Deadpool, so he decides to, I guess, give him a chance, but I guess only 30 seconds though, to convince the kid to stop what he's doing. Yeah, and just seeing all the characters in the Indian guy's taxi, even though I think he kind of works at the bar with Deadpool's friend now. Yeah, and then they go to the X mansion to get Colossus, even though he just doesn't want to listen to him after what he did. But since he's trying to save a kid, he gives him a chance and helps out. Yeah. Then he ends up fighting Juggernaut. Colossus gets to have some blows on him too. We get some silly scenes with Colossus and Deadpool, and we just get an epic fight between Colossus and Juggernaut. It's such a good fight. Yeah. I mean, Colossus is getting manhandled at first, but then he ends up getting some blows on Juggernaut eventually. Yeah. And Domino's just saving the kids because I guess she was kind of like experimented in this place as well, so she ends up killing everyone in there. But still have to stop Dustin from actually killing the main guy before it sets a bad future that kills his family. Yeah, and this movie just has a better budget anyway compared to the first film, and then just some of the characters are also more fun, and that's why I prefer this film. And it's just full Deadpool, no origin story. Yeah, and that's why I like this film better. And I guess he tries his best to like convince Dustin not to kill the guy, but it doesn't get through to him. So Cable tries to shoot him, but then Deadpool decides to like sacrifice himself to be able to stop the kid from creating that future. So then Deadpool ends up having like a long death scene, like just saying goodbye to everyone. It's taking a piss. It's like a piss take version of Logan. Yeah, it's hilarious. Like, it goes on for like 5 minutes. It kind of reminds me of like Shrek 3, like the king's death scene, but actually funny. Yeah. Yeah. Like Deadpool is just, Ryan Reynolds, he just has better, comedy compared to a lot of other people, so he's able to do things just much better. Because where some people try to do some of his comedy, they don't do it as good. Seth Rogen. But yeah. And then he's able to finally reunite with Vanessa, but then she said it's not time yet, we need to go back for the kid, I guess, and be a hero. So then Cable ends up, going back in time to save Deadpool, but in doing that, he kind of can't go back to his family, but he at least gets to save Deadpool, and that's what makes Deadpool 3 happen. Yay! Lol. Which cool trailer, by the way. Yeah, it's gonna be cool seeing Wolverine again. Yeah. So yeah, he decides to help Deadpool, and I guess we're in competition really. Who loves Deadpool more, Colossus or Cable. Lol. I wonder if we'll get to see Cable again, and Domino. I know Yukio and Megasonic Teenage Warhead is going to be in Deadpool 3, but it'd be cool if we could get some of the other characters, even Dustin, but I doubt it, yeah. I mean, you might see him at the beginning, but I don't think they're going to be a big part of the film, since we've got Wolverine, and this guy, yeah, he's still just hating on the mutants, even after it basically just saved his life. But then he just gets won over by the Indian guy, because he was waiting to kill someone, I guess, the whole film. Then it ends, then we just get some end credit scenes of Deadpool going back in time somehow, because they're able to fix it. So really, basically, Cable could go back home once they've fixed it. Yeah. And maybe after Deadpool ends up erasing some of the deaths in the film, like Vanessa's, kind of making her death pointless. Yeah. Even though, I guess in the original script, she wasn't even supposed to die. And I didn't even realise she was a mutant too. Like, she basically has the same powers as a Mystique. Yeah. But yeah, they end up fixing it, and he's just going through time. And it's like a deleted scene where he basically killed. Well, seems like he tries to kill baby Hitler. Yeah. But I guess he doesn't, and saying he's gonna let Cable do it, but I guess he decides not to. Yeah. So dark. Because I remember seeing that version of the film. But they kind of cut it out in future releases. Yeah. And then we literally see the worst Deadpool, from X-Men Origins Wolverine, and Deadpool just goes back to kill it in the old timeline. Wolverine's just like, what the flip is this? And he just ends up erasing Peter's death, so he gets to live, and probably Shatterstar because he's also in Deadpool 3, so yeah. It's cool. So yeah, I just prefer the sequel over the first film. Way more fun. It's enjoyable the whole time, yeah. Compared to the first one, where it kind of takes its time. It's kind of setting up like Deadpool, and it is an important film for this film and the next one that's gonna have Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's go. Let's fucking go. As they say. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for my review. Deadpool 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.